The end of the regular season is here. Win or go home. The matchup, the 7-2 Western Panthers and the 8-1 Mississinewa Indians. The Indians come into tonight's matchup hoping a big game hangover isn't in store, defeating Blackford last week to earn the Indiana Conference crown. But tonight's matchup is different. It's a rematch of last year's sectional championship, where a year ago, Cade Campbell ended the hopes of the Panthers fans.
Now please get a throw across the field. It's intercepted! Cade Campbell with an interception. The Mississinewa Indians are going to go to the regional championship.
Tonight, the Panthers seek redemption, but it won't be easy. The Indians are hot, and come playoff time, they're even hotter. Coach Funk leads the Indians into battle, knowing they must focus on one game, one quarter, and one play at a time, with the hopes of once again earning a sectional title. For more about tonight's matchup, let's go live to Gas City for tonight's coverage of the IHSAA Sectional 21 matchup with our broadcast crew, Dalton Bishop and Ryan Scott.
Hello and good evening, football fans. Welcome to Charlie Fisher Field, home of the defending Sectional 21 champions, the Mississinewa Indians. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Gas City. Dalton Bishop alongside the voice of the Indians, Ryan Scott. And Ryan, here tonight, Western Mississinewa, a rematch of last year's sectional championship. And if it's anything like last year, we are definitely in for a treat.
Oh, I tell you what, Dalton, it is going to be a great matchup. Like you said, it's going to be, it could come down to the wire again. Let's go over a quick few stats, Dalton, before we get into coaches and player interviews. Quite some interesting stats. Let's go back to last week. Mississinewa versus Blackford, 28-0 win. That would have been for the CIC title. Now here is where it gets interesting. In the sectional play, they have met 6 times total, and the Panthers lead 5-1.
Well, last year, definitely one of the biggest games in school history for the Indians. 40 years before an Indian sectional title until last season, the Indians were able to defeat Frankfort in the first round, defeat Marion in the second round, and then, like we said, a dog fight to the end, but they was able to beat Western in the game last year in what it was an outstanding game between both of these teams. And I'm telling you what, it looks like both teams fired up and ready to go here tonight.
Oh, sure. You know, you see all the fans and players starting to pile in, and the celebrity of Indiana shouldn't be making his way over here from Marion High School. That would be WTHR sports director, Mr. Dave Calabro. He will be flying in to Mississinewa for tonight's contest. And hopefully we can get him up in the booth to say a few words, because that voice does mean a lot to Indiana.
Yes, it does, especially once it gets into the month of May. He is the voice of the Indianapolis 500 down at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So it would be very cool to see Dave Calabro make an appearance here on the voice of the Indians, the Tribe Sports Network. And if he does not, you can tune in to Channel 13 Eyewitness News tonight. I believe somewhere in the 11:15 to 11:30 range, the Indians will be on Operation Football. So very cool deal there for WTHR and Dave Calabro to come do Operation Football here in Gas City.
Yeah, two more stats, two more team stats before we will take a 60-second break and come back with coaches interviews and player interviews, is what we call Meet the Indians. Mississinewa comes in 8-1, 7-0 in the conference, and they did win the CIC title. Kurt Funk is the head football coach of the Mississinewa Indians, 9th season at the Indians, and 64-33, and they are in Class 4A.
For the Western Panthers, they come into tonight's matchup 7-2, 3-1 in their conference. They are coached by Alex Stewart in his second season, 14-7 his record. Of course, Western in Class 4A. I believe Western ranked number 5. The Indians ranked number 4 as we come into sectional competition.
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be a close game. The 4 and 5 ranked, it's definitely going to be a dogfight. Well, we're going to take a 60-second break. And this 60-second break is brought to you by Scott's Flooring and Installation, and we'll be back with the talk of the two coaches and Meet the Indians. You're watching Mississinewa Indians pregame on the Tribe Sports Network.
The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport all year long have a better chance of landing a lucrative pro contract. But that's simply not true. In fact, 30 of the 32 first-round picks in last year's NFL draft played more than one sport in high school. Of the 32 players drafted, 22 also participated in high school track and field. 19 also played basketball. Some also played baseball and lacrosse. What's the path to success for high school athletes here in Indiana, no matter what their goals might be? Study hard, always do your best, and if you can, play more than one sport in high school. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association. The debate about sports specialization by high school athletes continues. Some argue that high school athletes who play one sport.
Welcome back to more of our pregame show. We continue now, and we sit down and talk to Alex Stewart, head coach of the Western Panthers. And Coach, you guys come in, pretty good season for you and the team so far. Kind of talk to us a little bit about how your season has went coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, we've had a really exceptional year. You know, we're 7-2, which we're proud of. We lost to two really good football teams. Lafayette Jeffs ranked in the top 10 in 6A, and Tipton's ranked in the top 10 in 2A. Both really good teams. You know, we played a competitive schedule, and we're pretty pleased with where we are. You know, obviously going into every season, you want to finish the year unbeaten, but you know, we played really well, and we've had a good year so far.
You get Mississinewa here tonight, and as many of us know, a very, very good football game last year in the sectional championship. I know it's one that you and your team had right there at the tip of your fingers that you want back, but is that something that you talk to your team about and let them know that you're just one minor mistake away from winning a sectional championship?
Well, yeah, I think our kids all knew that. You know, we came over here last year, and I mean, like you said, it was a back and forth game, and you know, and when it came all down to it, Mississinewa made the play and we didn't, and you know, we walked away as runner-up and they got the trophy. So you know, that's something that all our kids know, and that's something that's been in the back of their minds all off season and through summer workouts and all season long through practices and everything.
Health-wise, how are you coming into tonight's game?
We're pretty healthy. You know, we've got one of our starting tight ends out with mono. You know, that's a non-football injury, but other than that, we're pretty healthy.
Coach, thanks so much for your time, and good luck today against Mississinewa.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Alex Stewart, the head coach of the Western Panthers.
You need to get some pants.
We'll be back after this 2-minute timeout. This is Indiana High School football on the Tribe Sports Network.
You heard the words from head coach Alex Stewart in his second season. We're going to take a 30-second break and be back with more varsity pregame. This 30-second break is brought to you by Twin City Auto Body, 1427 East Main in Gas City.
Welcome back to the Tribe Sports Network as we can continue with more of our pregame show, and we continue to meet the Indians, and we're standing with senior Heisman Skeens. And Heisman, you're down to your senior year. You've played all 4 years at the varsity level. How cool has it been for you to be able to play for Coach Funk at the varsity level for the last 4 years?
Yeah, it's been real nice, especially since, you know, the group we have this year has been together, you know, pretty much since I've been here. I mean, they're just a class below us as the majority of the roster, so I've had them for a good 3 years, and the chemistry has just been real good.
Into your senior season this season, and you moved to the quarterback position. You've pretty much done it all over the last 4 years. You've done some onside kicks. You've kicked the ball. You've just, like I said, have done it all. How fun has it been for you to learn the quarterback position this season? I mean, I know you played quarterback in middle school, but it's a little bit different once you get to the high school level.
Yeah, it's really given me a lot more to learn. Obviously, I've played wide receiver the last 3 years, so, you know, it's been a bunch of just repping the same stuff that I already knew, but moving the quarterback position, you know, it gave me a whole new love for the game, considering I've just, you know, had to relearn everything. It's been a really nice experience.
You get Western here in the first round of the sectional, a team that you beat last year for the sectional championship. How cool would it be able to knock them off here in the first round and continue what some fans would consider a back-to-back dream seasons for Ole Miss?
You know, it'd be nice considering, you know, obviously we're two of the two of the favorites coming in the sectional, to get one knocked out real quick, that'd be really exciting for us.
What's next for Heisman Skeens? Any offers to go play some football here in the future?
Yeah, I think you'll see me in a college uniform somewhere. I'm not real sure yet, but I'm sure I will be.
Heisman, thanks for your time and good luck the rest of the season.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Welcome back to the pregame show. We continue with more of Meet the Indians, and we're joined by senior linebacker Tobias Mead. And Tobias, last year, pretty cool story for you and announcers like myself and Ryan. But last year, not really getting to play a whole lot of varsity, and once we got to the end of the season, we saw your name up quite a bit, and you really was tearing it up on the field. Just kind of talk about the process of not really playing to playing.
Well, last year was my first year, and obviously, you got to start somewhere. And I started varsity. I made sure I worked hard, hit the weight room every day, practiced hard, and the coaches eventually started seeing me, and they were like, "Yo, we want you to, come practice with us on the varsity level." And about 5 weeks into the year, I played my first varsity game, and I did really well. I got 2 sacks and 2 other tackles. And ever since then, they're like, "Yeah, we want you as a main part of our varsity." And I switched on and off with the previous varsity starter. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
Now that you're into your senior season, it's been a really good year for you guys. You come in 8-1 coming into the sectional, and you get Western, a team where you guys battled to the very end in that game. How cool was it being able to knock them off and become a sectional champion?
Oh, man, it was amazing. Western, they were a really good team, and they came strong, but we came just a tiny bit stronger. But it was amazing. It felt great to be able to be a part of something and actually help the team win. So, yeah.
Talk about this season.
Strong, but we came just a tiny bit stronger, but it was amazing. It felt great to be able to be a part of something and actually help the team win. So, yeah.
Talk about this season a little bit and the progress that it's taken, all the hard work throughout the summer, and to be able to get to where you are now.
Well, obviously, you got to work to get where you want to get to. And I, for one, am not there yet. And I hope that I can get there and get scouted and continue my career onto college level and hopefully the NFL one day. But yeah, you just got to work, man. You got to get there. You can't just slack off. You can't miss. You got to work like you want to be there, like you want to be something,
How cool would it be for you to be able to become a sectional champion back-to-back years?
Oh, that would be amazing. If we could come back-to-back, then we can show that we really like to work.
Tobias, thanks for your time. Good luck against Western here tonight.
Thank you.
Tobias Mead, senior linebacker for the Mississinewa Indians, will be back and talk to Cade Campbell. This is Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
You heard it from senior Tobias Mead. We're going to take a 50-second break and be back with more Meet the Indians and then head coach Kurt Funk. This timeout is brought to you by Mike Anderson Chevrolet, 119 East Main in Gas City. We'll be back in 50. You're watching Minnesota Indians football pregame show on the Tribe Sports Network, live from Gas City.
Welcome back to more of our pregame show, and we sit down, and we're joined now by junior Cade Campbell. And Cade, pretty good season for you and the team so far, coming into sectionals. Just kind of talk about how fun it's been over the last 3 years being able to play at the varsity level.
My freshman year I started off on the freshman team and eventually worked up to JV, and then a couple guys on varsity got hurt, which kind of paved my way to play varsity. And I think I was underestimated by a lot of teams. They didn't know who I was, so I was showing out a little bit. And then I progressively gotten better, and teams are starting to realize that I'm not a joke.
How fun has it been this season? You lost the first game of the year in a game that you could have won, but you ended the season 8-1, and now you get Western, a team that you're very familiar with. Kind of talk about how your season's been leading up to this point.
It's been a lot of fun, actually. The first game was a good lesson to let us know that we're not just going to walk over everybody, and in the sectional especially. And it's been a lot of fun. Me, Heisman, and Carson, we've been playing football since God knows when we started. We've been playing forever, so it's a blast to actually get out there and be able to play as a family on and off the field.
Kind of talk about that a little bit. And, like you said, it's fun to play, but how cool is it now being able to see your little brother get some time at the varsity level?
It's actually really funny. I thought he'd have to work for it. I'm not saying he didn't have to work for it, but he's putting a lot of work in the summer, and especially during scrimmages, showing he's not a little kid and that he plays with a big heart.
Now sectionals right here. And you're in the moment now, and we go back to last year, the sectional championship game. I think there's 12 seconds left on the clock, and their quarterback Nepley has had a phenomenal game, and they throw the ball down the field, and you jump up, make a spectacular play, interception, and seal the deal for the first sectional championship in over 40 years for Mississinewa. Take us back to that moment and what that really meant to you.
Well, that moment was probably going to be the peak of my career if we don't win another sectional this year, which we fully expect to do. But that sectional championship, the first in like 30-something years to 40 years, just meant a lot that I could be able to have a part in it, and especially the game-sealing interception.
Kind of talk to us a little bit about the sectional. Who's the teams to watch out for, and what can you expect?
I think us, Marion, Pendleton Heights, they're going to be the three that are going to make the run for it. So I think whoever wins the Marion Pendleton Heights game will be who we will play in the sectional championship after we beat Western.
Well, Cade, thanks for your time. Good luck today against Western, and let's try to go for another one.
All right, thank you.
Cade Campbell Jr. for the Indians will come back and talk to Coach Funk. This is Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Back on the pregame show, joins me Indians coach Kurt Funk. Coach, it's sectional time. You finish out week 9 with a win over Blackford to earn the CIC title. How do you feel about tonight's game?
It's going to be a tough game. Another tough opponent. Western, who we had to play last year in the sectional championship. They've got a lot of guys back from that team. They're going to be hungry for revenge, and we're going to have to play our best football night in order to win.
Coach, what do you know about them that hopefully won't be too big of an issue for tonight?
Well, they do a tremendous job. They run what's called a single wing offense, where they direct snap it a lot to their quarterback, and he runs, and then sometimes they have a true quarterback in there that distributes the ball and does a nice job with play action pass. They do counter. They're satisfied with 3 yards and a cloud of dust, type offense, and they'll go for it on 4th down. I mean, if it's 4th and 2, 4th and 3, you got to be ready to keep playing defense because they'll go for it.
Coach, how are you guys health-wise?
Health-wise, we're okay tonight. We got some minor, things, bumps and bruises, different things like that. But overall, we're okay. Besides Hunter Ribble, Jaheim Johnson, and Caden Cole, all 3 are out tonight with different injuries.
Coach, thank you for your time. Best of luck tonight.
Hey, thank you very much.
Kurt Funk, head Mississinewa football coach, will be back in 60 seconds with more pregame show. This is Mississinewa football pregame on the Tribe Sports Network.
Welcome back to the beautiful Charlie Fisher Field here in Gas City for the first round of Sectional 21.
Well, Ryan, thank you. We are back here, and heard Coach Funk there in that interview as you had the chance to talk to him. Some injuries for Mississinewa. Jaheim Johnson is out tonight with a concussion, which we saw last weekend against Blackford. He went down with a concussion. I don't think it's going to be too severe if the Indians are able to continue their season tonight. I believe Jaheim Johnson will be back in the lineup next week. On the other hand, Caden Cole is battling a right knee injury, and that has sidelined him for the remainder of the year. So, unfortunately, Caden Cole will not be able to play the rest of the season. And Hunter Ribble, I believe, is dealing with a broken left hand, which we had the chance to talk to him. He's got to go get x-rays on that hand, but they do believe that the hand is broken. So that means Caden Cole, Hunter Ribble, two key defensive players for the Indians, could be out the remainder of the season. And Ryan, I know that you have some stuff about the past years in the sectional, how many sectional championships and everything else like that, so we'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, we'll start off with regional, and I have stats going back to 1983. 1983, they were Class 3A. This is all the sectionals that they won, and that would have been 1983 again, on October 28th. 1985, Class 3A, November 8th. 1986, again, Class 3A, and that would have been on November 7th. 1988, Class 3A, and that would have been on November 4th. And 2017, where myself and Dalton Bishop got to call that exciting game, Class 4A, and that would have been on November 3rd. And one of the regionals that they have won, 1985, that they were Class 3A on November 15th, 1985.
Yeah, so pretty good there. Pretty good stats there that you had there for the past few years there in the sectionals, regionals, and just the Indiana State tournament here. But, looking at Western, some of the key players to keep an eye on for the Western Panthers is number 5, Jet Engel, their quarterback. Throws the ball very, very well and has over the past few years that he's played. I believe coming into his junior season, we'll double check on that. No, he's a freshman, but
yes,
heard this kid's name quite a bit, so he must really be something. And by looking at his stats, he is. Don't actually have his player stats, I don't think. And look at that. Ryan came out of nowhere, and he does have his stats. So looking at Chet Engel, he only gets 67 passing yards per game, but he does a phenomenal job at completing those passes. Number 21, Kitchell Gifford, was a name that we will hear a lot for Western.
Yes,
he does
sure,
it all
for
their offense. I can't remember the first name of the quarterback from last year, but I know what was his last name? Nepley.
Nepley,
yeah. Was an absolute monster on offense and did it all on defense too, but Kitchell Gifford, 178 rushing yards per game. He averages 212 total yards per game. Tackles per game, Andrew Alt, number 40, gets about 12 tackles a game. Devin Berry, number 56, will average 1 sack a game, and Kitchell Gifford will be responsible for about 20 of Western's points per game. And Ryan, you want to take a look at the team leaders for the Ole Miss Indians.
Yes, Mississinewa rushing yards per game, number 21, Heisman Skeens with 116. Passing yards per game, number 21, Heisman Skeens with 109. Total yards per game is by number 21, Heisman Skeens with 225. Tackles per game is by number 17, Kyler Funk with 13. Sacks per game is number 43, Tobias Mead with 0.6. And points per game is number 35, Cade Campbell.
I will go ahead and take a look at the team stats for the Western Panthers. Rushing the ball, 364 rushing yards per game for Western. I'm telling you what, they get the ball in Gifford's hands, and it might be bye-bye Betsy,
Yeah, it's going to be a track meet, yeah.
Outstanding running back is Kitchell Gifford. Looking at the passing yards per game, only 67 as we talked about, but Jet Engel does a phenomenal job at getting the ball to his receivers. Total yards per game, Western averaging 431.5 yards coming into tonight's game. Tackles per game, Western averaging 93 tackles per game. 2 sacks per game for the Western Panthers, and they average 44, almost 45 points per game. Ryan, on paper, the Western Panthers look like they might be the better team.
Yes, going to Mississinewa, rushing yards per game is 264. Passing game is 111. Total yards per game is 375. Tackles per game is 81. Sacks per game is 1.2, and points per game is 42. And like you said, Dalton, on paper, it shows that they might be the better team.
Yeah, when you look at the total yards and the points per game, look at the total yards. You have 431 and 375. That's almost a 50 yard difference, and 50 yards in the game of football is huge.
Yes.
But then when you look at the points, 45 for Western, 42 for Mississinewa. Guess what the score was last year? 41-39. So guess what? I think it might be touchdown after touchdown, battle after battle here tonight.
Yes, and let's move to some of the sectional 21 that is in our sectional. Pendleton Heights and Marion, they are getting ready to kick it off at Marion High School. Delta and Lebanon, they'll play tonight. Yorktown and Frankfort, they'll play tonight. And the big one, or one of the big ones here at Fisher Field, Western against the home team, the Mississippi Indians. We're going to take a 60-second break and come back with more of the varsity pregame show and the national anthem. We'll be back in approximately 2 minutes. You're watching Mississippi Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Mississinewa High School for the first game of Sectional 21, featuring the visitors, the Western Panthers, and your Mississinewa Indians. Sportsmanship is a top priority in the CIC and the Mississinewa High School. Your admission to this athletic event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by these student athletes. Please give these athletes your encouragement and support. Efforts to applaud the talents of all participants is greatly appreciated. Booing, taunting, or intimidating officials, coaches, or athletes is unacceptable and unsportsmanlike. This time, I'd like to ask everyone to please rise and remove all hats as the Mississinewa Crimson Pride Band honors America with the playing of our national anthem under the direction of Mrs. Andrea Van Hoff.
Welcome back to Charlie Fisher Field, Gas City, Indiana, round 1 of the IHSAA Sectional 21 coverage. Here we are, Ryan, Mississinewa Western. That name right there just gives me the chills after last year's game. I can't get over that.
I tell you what, it's going to be a great one here, and I am laughing due to because you're already standing up. You're already nervous.
Oh, I am almost so nervous I can't even talk because just the feeling that me and you had after the Indians made an interception. Cade Campbell with that interception to seal it for the Indians and get them a first sectional championship in over 40 years, Ryan. You know how that feels. The fans at home don't really understand what that meant to me and you as an announcer, but man, I'm telling you what, that was the best feeling in the world.
Well, that was one of the best games that we have announced together, and hopefully we can continue that streak of announcing football sectionals together. And like we said, another great matchup. And like we said, it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to be a dogfight, and we're going to turn it over to PA announcer Kurt McCollum for the starting lineups and announcements. Indians are being escorted by head coach Kurt Funk.
Andy Resch, assistant principal Chad Cruz, and athletic director Chance Young, as well as head coach Kurt Funk. Would like to welcome head coach Alex Stewart, his staff, players, cheerleaders, and fans to tonight's game. And here come your Mississinewa Indians.
And like you heard from PA announcer Kurt McCollum, here come your Mississinewa Indians, and the Indians are on the field.
Well, Ryan, here we go. We are 4 minutes away from getting this bad boy underway. I cannot wait. You know, I've been waiting for a week now. Ever since I found out that the Indians were going to play Western, I could not wait to get to this night. And we are finally here. It's a little bit cold outside, but I'm telling you what, the fans and the students came in full force for the red and white.
Yeah, they did. It's awesome to have the support, and yeah, it's going to be another big game. And you know, when we're excited, we're already both standing up and we're ready.
You know, we can't talk about support. We can't thank our people at home that are watching that can't make it out here tonight. Whether it's because you don't want to sit out in the cold, you know what? I can't blame you. And thank God we have the press box because it is cold outside.
I don't blame you.
But we want to thank all of you at home watching. We want to thank Brooks Holloway. He is the one who makes this possible for us week in and week out. Does everything to make this the best possible broadcast we possibly can give you. But again, thanks to Brooks Holloway for all the hard work he does for Mississinewa Community Schools.
And a great stat actually from Brooks Holloway that he just sent out. Before the game has even started, we're 2 minutes away. We already have 100 views in our stream, and we have just broke the 500 mark for subscribers. So that is amazing, and we thank everyone that has subscribed. That means a lot to our program and Mississinewa Community Schools altogether.
And you know what, Ryan? I think maybe, just maybe, we might have a special guest up here tonight. And I think
you know what? I was just thinking, I wonder who that is.
And if he makes the appearance up here,
I think
500 subscribers might go to 1,000 real quick.
Yeah, you might see 1,020 subscribers. I haven't seen the bird in the sky yet. I'm assuming he's still in Giant Country.
Yeah, but we will not tell you who that is. We will let him introduce himself if he does make his appearance up here.
Yes, Western has now entered the field, and once he enters that line of Indian country, his helicopter is going to be clean.
Yes, sir. Once he reaches Indian country, I don't think he'll want to go back where he came from.
No, I don't think he will not want to go back to downtown Indy after he sees this small town and this beautiful field here at Fisher Field.
Well, you know why we are here. We would like to thank Chance Young. We want to thank Steve Quatter, Andy Resch, everyone in the Mississinewa Community School Corporation that supports not only Ryan and myself as announcers, but supports the entire school community. We want to thank you for everything that you have done for us. So thank you, everyone involved with Mississinewa Community Schools.
Again, we'll read off some of the names. Thank you to Superintendent Tab McKenzie, Assistant Superintendent Leslie Winter, all the school board. Again, Principal Steve Quatter, Andy Resch, Chad Cruz, and Athletic Director Chance Young. Again, we can't thank all of them for supporting us and helping us and getting the high-quality equipment we need to give you guys the best view possible. 48 seconds away, and the Indians and officials will go out to the coin toss, and we'll turn it over to PA announcer Kurt McCollum.
Western has won the coin toss, and they elect to defer. They will defend the east goal. The Indians will receive and defend the west goal.
Well, right there, fans, you have heard it. The Indians did not win the coin toss. That was the coin toss won by Western. The Western Panthers elect to defer. And, Ryan, guess what? We're going to see right off the bat what the Indians have in their back pocket for offense.
I tell you what, I am finally warm up here in the press box, and I tell you what, we are both jumping up and down. Before we get everything started, I'd like to thank...
Real quick. I don't know if I'm warm because it's warm up here, if my blood pressure's already through the roof because I'm so nervous.
Yeah, before we get things kicked off, I'd like to recognize all of our TribeTV members that are behind the scenes that make everything possible. The one and only Robert Jones, the one and only Jaden Glazer, the photography team and social media, Connor Ingram and Tyler Gleason. And again, we thank Brooks Holloway for all he does. The opening kick is just seconds away in Dalton. Here we go.
Yes, sir. It's going to be Cade Campbell and Heisman Skeens, the deep man, to return the ball for the Indians. Cade Campbell, he wears number 35. He's a 5'6 junior, 160 pounds. Heisman Skeens, a 5'8 senior, 165. The kicker for the Western Panthers will be number 8, Skylar Zavalia. He is a 5'9 junior, 165. And guess what? It's the Indians and the Panthers opening round of the 2018 Sectional 21. Here we go, ball in the air.
Indians will retrieve and head down the sideline and will break through one and will be brought down.
Heisman Skeens, I think he's out to the 28, but we will find out. Here we go. 7 seconds in, Indians come out on offense, and the quarterback will be number 21, Heisman Skeens, who we just said. The tailback will be Cade Campbell, number 35. Carson Campbell will be a slot receiver, 5'3", 130 pounds. He is a freshman. The lineman will be number 24, Seth Kashanik. He wears number 24. Timothy Scott will wear number 74. Chris Pavey is number 52, and I can't see the rest.
Man, you said that quick.
Here we go. Campbell actually going to be the quarterback on this play.
Yes.
Sends Skeens in motion. The snap and a handoff. Here's Skeens.
Skeens will take it. He breaks through 1-2, and he'll be gone, and it's a track meet. Skeens will take it all the way, and that'll be a touchdown, Indians!
The first offensive play of the game is a handoff to the far side. Heisman Skeens around the left side gets a good block from Chris Pavey and a good block, I believe, from number 79, Skylar Tackett. And guess what? Goodbye, Heisman Skeens. End zone. Touchdown, Indians already on the board, 6-0, and a field goal to come from Andre Soliday.
I tell you what, this press box, when he was gone, it was a track meet. The press box erupted, and you heard the cannon blow, and that is a good sign. Again, Skeens took it into the end zone for a touchdown, and Andre Soliday will kick it up with Cruz of the holder and it'll be up, and it'll be right in the Eckstein's pool.
It is good. So 7-0, 19 seconds into the game is all it took. But guess what? The Indians are up 7-0, and now we will see what they have defensively.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what they have defensively. You know, they might change up things. You know, they're playing a stronger opponent, and let's see what they can do on defense.
Heisman Skeens ran that ball like he had something to prove. We've seen him at the quarterback position. Something had got into him. His shoulder was hurting him earlier this week. We didn't even know if he was going to play in this game. Guess what? He practices yesterday. First play of this game, 19 seconds in, and Heisman Skeens takes it the distance into the end zone. So I don't think the shoulder is bothering him too bad because the Indians are on the scoreboard.
Soliday will kick it to Western with 2 receivers in the backfield.
Kitchell Gifford will return the ball for the Western Panthers.
Kick is up, and it is deep, and caught by Western. Western will take it. Western will try to break through 1-2, and we brought down. That will be
Kitchell Gifford is who it was on the return. Not sure who brought him down, Ryan. I think it might have been Chris Pavey.
You see 3 Indians and not 3 skinny Indians, 3 heavy-built guys. And the good thing is they brought him down, and hopefully they can get him short and take over.
So here we go. The offensive possession for the Western Panthers in the same formation that were last year. The quarterback is number 5, Jet Engel. And the ball is on the ground. It's loose. Gifford picks it up and falls on it. So right now, the Indians have started the game off with a bang, and it's gotten into the heads of the Western Panthers. They can't do anything right now.
I tell you what, if that ball was loose about 2 seconds longer, Indians would had to recover, and it's already second down, 17 to go, and the ball will be on the 27.
I think the one to watch defensively tonight will be Kyler Funk and Tobias Meade. They're going to be all over this field. Here's Engel again. Will get the snap. No, this is a direct snap to Gifford, and he will only gain about 4 or 5 and then be brought down. So they're back to about where they started this possession. It's going to be third down and 17. They got 17 yards to go. Ryan, right now the Indians have everything just like they want.
Oh, yeah, they have it in cruise control. Yeah, exactly what the exact words that came out of here now. They have it under control, and that's what they want. And I talked to Coach Funk earlier in the week, and he said this is exactly what we need. We need to take control early.
Here's the snap. Engel going to hand it off. No, yep, it is Gifford. Around the right side will break a tackle and then be ran out of bounds by Tobias Meade. So it's going to be up 4th down. I'm going to say right now, yep, here they come, the punt team on the field. And guess what? Heisman Skeens and Cade Campbell will go back to return. No, it's going to be Castanon this time.
Castanon and Campbell in the backfield to return.
Noah Sanders will punt. Give Skeens a little bit of a break. He's done it all pretty much this season. Here's the kicker, kind of a low-line drive kick, and it goes right out of bounds at about the 40, and that's where the Indians will take over on offense. So it only took 19 seconds and 1 play offensively for the Indians to get into the end zone. What happens next, Ryan?
Yeah, hopefully we can have another 19-second play and take it into the end zone for another Indian touchdown. Let's see what the offense can bring for the Indians.
We are just barely a minute and a half into this game, and Mississinewa has already got a 3-and-out, a touchdown, and the rack on offense, and Cade Campbell is at the quarterback position. So I think Campbell's going to be the quarterback from here on out.
Yes. Yeah, might as well keep it like that. Skeens just took it into an early 19-second touchdown, hands it off to Skeens. Skeens will take it down the right side, and he will step out of bounds.
And
there'll be a flag.
It'll be a late hit. He was knocked out of bounds, and then another player had knocked him to the ground. So a late hit's going to be a 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness. You can't have that in high school football.
No, you can't. And officials called it, personal foul against Western, 15-yard penalty. And that'll move the Indians closer, and that makes Indian fans and players very happy right now. You know, first down, 10 to go, ball is on the 48. Anything could happen right here.
So that play took about 8 seconds. Let's see. It's going to be another 11 seconds, and we might see another touchdown.
Skeens will be in the quarterback position. He will send Skeens in motion, fakes handoff. He'll take it by himself, and he'll break through 2, and he's still going, and he'll be brought down.
Cade Campbell running the ball with authority. So the player who ended it all for Western last year is starting it now. Cade Campbell is, I think that was about a 15-yard gain, had some help from his lineman of Timmy Scott and Skylar Tackett. Got in behind him and just shoved him forward, Ryan.
Yes, our real quick update, our computer engineer, Robert Jones, is fixing our scoreboard. We had a loose wire, and he just said it is back up, so good job, Robert Jones.
Campbell going to keep it again, go up the middle, and get about 5 or 6 on that one. So Cade Campbell all of a sudden is starting his offensive first quarter.
Tell you what, gain a little by little, and you'll get to that touchdown. Second down, 5 to go. Ball is on the 15.
Just when Western thinks you're going to stop Skeens or Campbell, guess what? We have little Carson in our back pocket.
Yeah, when you put Carson Campbell in the lineup, and he handles the ball and he gets going, he's gone.
Here is Skeens in motion to the far side. They fake the handoff, and it's going to be a false start against the Indians. So false start against the Indians will put them back 5 yards, and it will be 2nd and 10. So Campbell gained 5 on that first down run, and now it's 2nd and 10 with the penalty.
Ball will be on the 20, 9-11 to play in the first quarter. Indians up top early, 7-zip. Let's see what the Indians can do here on second down. Let's see if they can get it into the end zone for another touchdown.
You know, Ryan, when we saw Heisman not practice the other day, we saw Cade at the quarterback position. We said, well, this ought to be interesting. Well, guess what? It is very interesting.
It has been working out, would say great. Campbell tries to break through 2, and he'll be brought down. A gain of 3.
How cool is this? You've had Skeens at the quarterback position all 9 games this year, and then you bring his cousin Cade to the quarterback position. This family is built with athletes.
I tell you, it's all I have to say is it's amazing. It's amazing what they can do. I mean, like you said, they are great athletes, and to having Campbell handle the QB position is working out fine.
Heisman's going to the quarterback position now. They look like they're probably going to pass now.
Yeah. He's got Campbell on the far side, or Campbell will not be on the far side, and he'll be brought down.
He lost a yard maybe. It's going to be 4th down. I bet the Indians will probably go for it, or they might send Soliday out to a field goal. No, they are going to go for it. They're in 4th down territory, so if you don't get it, you put them back deep in their own territory. So I like this call here by Coach Funk early in this game. Carson Campbell, the wide out here on this side. Drew Cassinon back for his second. No, this is his first game back since the Eastbrook game.
Right.
So Cassinon back in the lineup here on this side. He wears number 22.
Carson Campbell on the right side.
Here is the snap. Skeens looks.
Skeens will go to Cassinon, and it'll be caught. And that'll be a first down for Mississinewa.
Drew Cassinon with a big catch for the Indians.
And that'll be a 1st and goal. See what the Indians can do here. Take it down one of these sides or take it down the middle.
A huge play from Drew Cassinon. We saw him make big plays in that Eastbrook game. This might be what separates the Indians from Western here tonight. Skeens back. Going to get the snap. We'll look back. They will change the play here at the line.
Coach Crick redirects the calls from the sideline.
Here's the snap. Hands off. Campbell will go up the middle and get about 2 or 3. So, Ryan, right now this offense for the Indians is unbelievably great.
Like we talked about before we went on air, let's see what the offense can do. And even though they got a gain of 2 or 3, they're still on second down, so they have room to take it into the end zone.
I know some of the fans that are Indian fans were worried about is the defense. Are they going to be able to stop the pass? Well, we haven't seen a pass yet from Western, so we'll find out. Here's a pitch out to Campbell, and he about dropped it. And they're going to throw a flag. I think they're going to try to say it's a forward pass, but he's back in the shotgun, so he can technically do that. but I don't know. I don't know what the call is there.
Yeah, like you said, he was back.
He was behind the line of scrimmage. Unless you get past the line of scrimmage, then you can't throw it. But he was behind the line of scrimmage, so I don't know exactly.
Yeah, he was about it.
It might
he
be
was about
a
a
hold,
yard.
it might be offensive or defensive penalty.
Let's turn it over to Kurt McCollum for the call.
Chop block against the Indians.
So it was a chop block. So it was against the Indians. We wasn't quite sure exactly what that play was, but for those of you who don't know what a chop block is, and it's when someone takes the other person's legs out and then someone hits them at about the chest area. Can't do that. That's illegal in high school. That's illegal in every level of football.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, even when you get paid to play football, it's even illegal.
Skeen's back in the shotgun. He's going to send Carson Campbell in motion to this side. Here is the snap. Skeen's looking to throw and will be sacked.
And he didn't find anyone to go into and got sacked. And let's see, he is looking like he is injured.
His knee.
So we are going to take an injury timeout, and this injury timeout is brought to you by Marion General Hospital, located, well, in Marion. We'll be back in 1 minute, and we'll be back with more of the first quarter, 5 minutes and 37 seconds left to play. This is Mississinewa football on the Tribe Sports Network. Skeens was helped off the field, and athletic trainer Julie Wilmer will evaluate him. Dalton, we need him back. That is a big help to the Indian football team, and let's see what the Indians can do without him during this play. Third down, 25 to go, and ball will be on the 25.
Andrew Cruz will be the quarterback now. He sends Carson in motion. Legal procedure against the Indians. It was going to be a legal procedure. No, false start, which is basically the same thing. But it's just the confusion. Cruz hasn't played quarterback for the Indians that I've known all season long.
No, he hasn't, no. And when you put someone new in there, that's going to happen. And now it's third down. Ball will be on the 30. And let's see if they can pick things up and put it in gear here.
Let's see what the Indians have in store here. But here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to put tape on Skeens' ankle, and I bet you'll see him back out there.
Yeah, he'll say, I'm okay. I'll go back out. And
here's Cruz back to pass. Well, look, you're going to throw it down. They knocked Drew Castadon down in the end zone. And no call, and that's why the Indian fans, and you can hear in the background, are booing, because we looked down the end zone, and Castadon was tackled and never even had a chance to get that ball.
Yeah, two officials were right there, and no call.
The only thing that I can think of, that the officials thought is that the ball was out of reach for Castadon, but you don't know that because the ball was really close to the end zone. He just got knocked to the ground.
Yeah.
So here we go, 4th and 30. A long ways to go. You better get it to the end zone or something. Here's Cruz in the same formation. We'll look at his play card now. Goes back to business. Gets the snap. Cruz will look back to pass. He's rolling out. Now he's going to step up and throw it.
And
almost caught. He barely overthrew Drew Castadon.
Oh, it was. Oh, my goodness. It was so close.
A beautiful pass by Cruz. Just a little too strong, and that's just the inexperience of not being at the quarterback position. But guess what? Here we go. Let's see what the Indians have on defense. See what we're made of here.
Yeah, let's see if we can get an early stop and take over on downs, and let's see, again, what the Indians are made of here. They still have a 7-0 lead, 4 minutes and 39 seconds to play in the first quarter.
You know what I will say, though, about Western is they really stepped it up defensively there. The Indians got down first and goal, and guess what? They turned on the defense, and they didn't want to go down 14-0.
Yeah, they have would call it that the wake-up call. Say, okay, they got a score on, and let's see if we can get them to a stop. Western will be brought down after 2.
See if we can't get a couple of scores from around the area in high school football. Obviously, Oak Hill taking on Eastbrook there in the first round. Madison Grant is playing Shenandoah, and I believe Marion is taking on Pendleton Heights. Gifford out to run, and he'll be knocked down by number 25, Jesse Plummer, and number 17, Kyler Funk.
4 minutes and 19 seconds to play in the first quarter at Marion. Pendleton Heights scores on a long pass play to go up 7-0, and that was brought to you by Mr. Scott Hunt.
First round of the football sectional. Eastbrook scores in the first 55 seconds of the game. Eastbrook 7, Oak Hill 0. Pass along any scores that we get from Madison Grant. So right now, 2 of the 4 Grant County teams lead of their games. Here's Engel back to pass, rolls out, will throw it.
And will be caught, and looks like he tripped or slipped.
Yeah, and that was caught by number 12, Josh Coleman, a 5'6" senior. Big play there for Coleman. You can sense that the fans have kind of settled down as we await the arrival of someone special in the state of Indiana.
I know. I'm looking to see if I see the flashing lights in the sky, and I don't think he has entered Indian country yet. And Western will be brought down, and looks like they will lose.
That was Kitchell Gifford is who that was on the carry. And like we said, Ryan, in the pregame, we will hear his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he is one of their star players, and looks like they will lose one.
We just heard the local radio station, Gifford, 6 carries for 7 yards.
Yes, thank you very much, Tim George.
Here is the run. That was number 12, Josh Coleman, and Chris Pavey there on the stop defensively for the Indians. Brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, like we talked about just moments ago, if the Indians get them stopped early, like it is right now, 3rd down, the Indians can take over. And let's see what the Indians can do on 3rd down defensively.
Here is, I believe, Gifford, and it is, and he will be taken down by number 43, Tobias Mead. And Ryan, last year in the Greenwood game, we heard Tobias Mead all night long. And I'm telling you, Tobias Mead, he gets going. Western might be in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, I tell you what, Tobias Mead is like, come on, I'm hungry, and let's get it going.
That's right. Castanon and Campbell back to receive. This is Cade Campbell, not Carson. And the punt is straight up and looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and it will at about the 29-yard line. So the Indians come back out on offense without their star quarterback, Heisman Skeens.
And look, yes, Heisman Skeens is being evaluated on the bench, and we will try to get an update on him.
Unfortunately, just obviously his dad Eric down there talking to him, and he's going to talk to Heisman. We're going to get we'll see if we can't maybe figure out what's wrong with him. If we don't figure it out here, we're going to try to figure out at least at halftime, what might be wrong with Heisman. That's something that going forward in the tournament, if you make it out of tonight, that you got to have Heisman Skeens.
Yes, Indians will take over.
Here's Campbell. This is Cade Campbell. Hands it off to Carson. Carson cuts up the middle, gets a block, runs up the middle again, and is brought down at about the 48-yard line. So Carson Campbell, we see him with his first carry. Ryan, we talked about him when he was in the middle school. He's up to the high school level, and there he is right there.
I tell you, a great run to start off the game, or not the game, but the first down. And I tell you what, you put Carson Campbell with the ball, and he's gone.
His brother Cade going to play the quarterback position. I think you'll see Andrew Cruz now moved to the tight end position. So the Indians trying everything they can to get this offense to work. Here's Carson in motion. Here's the handoff to Cade. He's going to go up the middle and gain about 2 or 3 and then be dropped. So right now, Ryan, the Indians looking very good despite the injury to Heisman Skeens, and Heisman's dad, Eric, right down there with him. Want to make sure he's okay.
Second down, 6 to go. Ball be on the 49, 55 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Cade. Weird. Man. We're on it tonight.
It's like we've done this before.
There's Carson in motion. Almost he bobbled it and then picks it back up and takes off running, and then he's dropped. That was number 40, Andrew Alt on the tackle. We talked about Alt in the pregame. He's their leading tackler. Third down, 25 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 3rd and 3 for the Indians. And guess what? Cruz back at the quarterback position. I think you're just going to see just different quarterbacks throughout the night.
Yeah.
They might have 6 or 7 by the end of the night.
Well, I mean, you never know. They might put Carson Campbell in the QB spot.
We might try Andre Soliday. He's got a boot. Let's see if he might have an arm.
Yeah, you never know. 5 seconds and counting, and they will
let the first quarter come to an end. So at the end of the first quarter, Mississinewa 7, Western with a goose egg and 0. Coach Funk and the Indians will head into the second quarter with a 7-point lead. We will take a 60-second timeout and come back with the second quarter. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network. Well, welcome back to Mississinewa High School, Charlie Fisher Field, home to the Mississinewa Indians as we get set for the second quarter. The Indians are on offense. They move from right to left. Cade Campbell back in the quarterback position. He's got Andrew Cruz at the tight end. Carson at a slot receiver. Here is Cade. Will look, get the snap, and he's going to keep it. He's going to go up the middle and break a tackle or two and get 6 or 7 yards. It's a first down Indian, so he got 10 on that one. So big run there for Cade Campbell on the quarterback keeper. Obviously, Heisman Skeen's sidelined right now. He is up and standing now, so he has put pressure on that foot. Heisman trying everything he can to try to get back into this game. So right now, 1st and 10, ball on the 38 on Western side. Cade Campbell in the quarterback position is going to send Carson Campbell in motion and fakes the snap. Here's Cade around the outside, breaks through, and he's going to be gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Cade Campbell, a 38 touchdown yard. 38 yards on the touchdown carry for Cade Campbell, the junior for the Indians. We talked to him in the pregame, and Cade Campbell has erupted here in Gas City. Takes it the distance, 13-0. Indians get on the board here in their first drive of the second quarter. Andre Soliday will be back to kick the field goal for the Indians, the PAT. Andre has done an outstanding job here this season. Here comes the snap. The hold is down, and the kick is up and right through Main Street, downtown Gas City, Indiana. It's good. 14-0 on the scoreboard. 11:22 left in the first half. Mississinewa 14, Western 0. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Fitness and the game of football. Through year-round initiatives, over 25,000 youth across the state are actively engaged in opportunities to lead a healthy lifestyle. Good luck to all teams participating and thank you for your continued support.
Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. A 38-yard touchdown run from Cade Campbell puts the Indians up 14-0 with 11:22 left to go in the first half. And Ryan, he was able to cut through some defenders, break around the outside, and once he gets to the outside, it's goodbye after that.
Yeah, once he gets to the outside, and I was gone for a minute and a half, and they already scored.
So here we go. The Indians go back to defense, and Andre Soliday with a mega boot. Going to see what he can do.
See if he can put it long and deep.
See if we can get a touchback and put them back in their own territory. Here is the kick. It's kind of a high kick, and it's going to be picked up at the 15. This is Coleman. Coleman around the outside, going to get down the sideline. And then guess who was there to knock him out? Andre Soliday makes a defensive stop for the Indians. Things getting real chippy here in this game between both teams.
Yeah, Western took it to the left side and was brought down early by Soliday. See what Indians can do here on defense.
Personal foul against the Indians, so just, like I said, getting chippy here.
Dalton, the sky is pretty clear right now.
Yeah, we are awaiting the arrival of someone special. We're not going to tell you who. I think you already know if you've paid attention.
Yeah, speaking of viewers, if you are sitting at home and watching this stream, tweet us. You can tweet Dalton or both of us at MHS TribeTV or Dalton's Twitter account.
At Dalton Bishop 00.
And we will be glad to tweet you out because we are at 500 subscribers.
We want to thank everyone watching at home, and without your support and without you watching, we wouldn't be doing this. So here we go.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball will be on the 49-yard line.
Western with the football, yet to score. I'm sure it's going to happen, but when? Here we go. Engel gets the snap, hands off, no fakes the handoff. Engel looks back, now he's going to throw across, and the ball will be caught by number 36. That was Cooper Jarvis, and he was ran out of bounds by number 17, Kyler Funk, on the stop for the Indians.
I tell you, he about lost that, and if that would have went out of bounds, that would have been even better for the Indians, but still got a quick stop. Even though he caught it, got a quick stop, and that'll be an easy, I wouldn't say easy, but a good stop for the Indians again. That'll be still first down. 10 to go. Ball's on the 43.
Here is Gifford going to keep it, go up the middle, around the outside, get about 4 or 5, and then he's met by a gaggle of Indians.
Yeah, I tell you what, when you get 5 or 6 Indians piled up, you cannot tell which one is which.
All I know is I seen Kyler Funk, Andrew Cruz, Tobias Meade, the whole front 5, and maybe a few others in on that one.
Second down, 8 to go. Ball will be on the 40, 10:09 left to play in the second quarter.
I'd like to, if we get a chance, give a shout-out to the cheerleaders here tonight. That's Gifford, man. He's going.
Yeah, he was getting going. He'll break through 3, and he'll be brought down at roughly the 30-yard line.
Go ahead and give a shout-out to the Western varsity cheerleaders. Carly Anderson, Alexis Brady, Reagan Brady, Macy Chaffee, Alexis Dukes, Mara Fivecoat, Anna Grobengeiser, Jaden Norfleet, Sophie Norfleet, Tori Smith, Kirsten Tyler, and Ava Winger. Those the cheerleaders for Western. When we get a chance, we will give a shout-out to the Mississinewa cheerleaders. Here's Coleman around the outside, cuts in, now brings it back to the center of the field, and he is brought down by number 25, Jesse Plummer, and that is number 22, Drew Castanon. The varsity cheerleaders for the Ole Miss Indians, Jacqueline Smith, Peyton Martin, Juliana Smith, Michaela Donis, Haley Skeens, Carson Fisher, Natalie McVicker, Mackenzie Wrestler, Kendall Emmons, Madison Ayala, and Maya Wright. So shout out to all the cheerleaders. You know, they're standing out in the cold just like everybody else is, and, you know, without the cheerleaders, fans don't get into it.
Yeah, and I tell you what, after this play, Coach Funk ripped off his toboggan, and he is on fire.
Here we go. 9:05. We get a minute. We will go to Twitter and see if we have anybody tweeting at us yet. And if not, go ahead and tweet at us at MHS TribeTV or at Dalton Bishop 00. Here's the handoff. Gifford going to go up the middle. I don't think he got, maybe got one.
One.
Right there was Chris Pavey on the stop along with number 51, John Hall. So first time saying Pavey and Hall's name tonight. Actually said Pavey's a little bit earlier, but looking at Heisman's got ice on that right knee, so looks like maybe a knee injury for Heisman. But
Timeout. Western will take a timeout as well. This timeout is brought to you by Turning Over a New Leaf Flowers and Gifts, 313 West Main in Gas City.
You know every word your school fights on, but you can't remember your agent's last name? Let us help you know what you have and what you need. Find a local agent at infarmbureau.com. infarmbureau.com. Farm Bureau, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop. Knock.
welcome back to Mississinewa High School. Going ahead and taking a look at Twitter. We have a score update thanks to Tom Labar. Pendleton Heights 14, Marion 6 early in the second quarter. Nicole is watching from home, says great announcing, Dalton and Ryan. Good job, Ryan.
Hey, good job, Dalton.
Luke Sellers, former MHS band member. I'm telling you what, the guy could play some drums. Wish we could still hear him play the drums, but shout out to him. He wants us to shout out his SoundCloud. Shout out to Brennan Butchie, the cross-country and track star here at MHS.
Speaking of the one and only Butchie, Butchie, if you're listening right now, best of luck tomorrow, and the Indian family is very proud of you. And again, good luck, and go get a title tomorrow.
Want to give a shout-out to Craig Ansel, who is watching with his buddy Braden in a garage, freezing to death, I'm sure, but he said go Ole Miss. And a shout-out to Abel Garcia, watching as well. So keep the tweets coming. We appreciate your support.
Yes, and at halftime, we will read off more tweets if we have them.
Here's a pass from Engel, complete to number 7. That was Braden Bryant, a 6'3 sophomore, 180 pounds on about a 26-yard gain for the Western Panthers. There is a copter in the air, and there it is. We will get the camera on that as soon as we possibly can. Somebody special has arrived in Indian country. And around the right side goes Kitchell Gifford for a Western Panther touchdown. 8:21 left in the first half. Western on the board with 6. So somebody has arrived here in Gas City, Indiana. The fans are waving at the helicopters and all, but we'll let you know who it is. The field goal up and good for Western, 14-7. 8:21 left to go in the first half, and Ryan, guess who has arrived in Gas City?
The one and only Dave Calabro from WTHR. He has landed or getting ready to land. He is circling around, and Athletic Director Chance Young, Principal Steve Quater, and the Gas City Police Department will meet Dave Calabro at the practice football field on his arrival to Fisher Field.
Excited to see WTHR in Gas City. We would like to welcome Dave Calabro, the voice of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We do have the chance. I think he might be making an appearance up onto our broadcast, maybe.
Maybe, and maybe he can put on the IMS voice.
We'd love to hear Dave Calabro, but nonetheless, if he doesn't, we want to thank him anyway, and thank those of you watching at home, and you guys can watch on WTHR later tonight. But Dave Calabro is here in Gas City.
And the helicopter is lowering and right above the white building.
Here is Campbell. Cade at the 10, out across the 15, going to cut up to the middle, the 20, 25, out around the outside to the 30, to the 35, all the way out to the 36, maybe the 37. A big gain of yardage there for Cade Campbell following his blockers. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Ole Miss Indians.
Yes, again at halftime we will give more shout-outs. My family back home just texted me and said we could hear the helicopter land.
14-7. Cade Campbell in the quarterback position has Carson Campbell to his left in the slot. He's got Kyler Funk and John Hall back in kind of a downs formation. Here he comes, Carson in motion. The snap, the fake handoff. Here's Cade around the outside. The ball loose, and Cade falls back on it. A loss of yards, but thank goodness for the Indians. Cade Campbell has fell on the ball, and guess what? The chopper is lowering and just moments away from a landing here in Gas City.
Tell you what, I wonder if it's a difference from coming to Indy to a great small town in Gas City. He will be in for an amazing
He's in for a treat. Very good football game going on here.
And he will get to hear the one and only Indian country canon.
Here we go. Cade with the ball. Carson in motion. Hands off. Carson goes up the middle to the 40, out across to the 43, maybe the 44 before he's brought down. Carson Campbell on the carry. Ryan, we talked about him all night so far. If he gets going, you better get going with him because he will not stop.
Yeah, he will take off. That is on third down, 8 to go.
Third and 8 for the Indians.
And the Indian fans are getting to welcome, a warm Indian welcome to Dave Calabro.
Timeout. Timeout, Mississinewa. It might have been drawn up on purpose there, but 6 minutes, 43 seconds to go. Third down and 8, 14-7 Indians with the lead. We'll take a 30 and be back. This is Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. We await the arrival on to Fisher Field for Dave Calabro. Just moments away. Here we go. Cade in the shotgun. Campbell, snap. He's going to keep it. Go up the middle, and he was brought down by number 40. We said his name earlier. That is Andrew Alt. Alt with the stop. It was a very hard hit. 6:20 and counting. Fourth down and 5. The Indians will look to punt. Andre Soliday.
And Dave Calabro is entering the field as we speak.
He is here. Dave Calabro is here in Fisher Field.
The cameraman is running, and he'll be escorted by Chance Young. Man, oh man. The famous Dave Calabro. And I'm sure that Mr. Young is telling him jokes right now.
Here we go. WTHR, their cameraman is at work. Here's Gifford and a handoff, and the Indians will get a stop. Second and 10. 5:40 to go. Almost half here in Gas City. So we will try to get the camera to be zoomed in on Dave Clapper when we get an opportunity. Here is the handoff. This is Gifford around up into the inside, and he'll be brought down. That was number 25, Jesse Plummer on the stop, but we have an Indian down. That is number 43, Tobias Mead, but he's up now. Dave Calabro on the Indian sideline now. 14-7. Here is Engel back in the shotgun. Back to pass. Engel going to roll out to the left. And now he's in trouble. He's going to look. And he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Number 43, Tobias Mead.
A great sack in the backfield on 3rd down.
Tobias Mead with a big stop in the background. Here comes the punt. The punt will be bouncing, and dropped at the 25. So the camera is on Dave Clapper there in the gray. Now we will get back to the game here. The Indians go back on offense.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 25.
This is Andrew Cruz at the quarterback position. Now he will come out, and Cade will go to the quarterback position. Cade sends Carson in motion. Handoff. Carson Campbell around the outside, and he will be brought down.
And there'll be a flag on the play.
I don't know who it's going to be on.
I love it, Dalton. Mr. Young is down there giving Dave Calabro some Mississinewa gear.
Very, very cool. But anyway, here we go. 4 minutes to go here in the opening half. Indians 14, Western 7. Very, very cool. This is a heck of a football game.
It is. It's a great one to come to. The clock will start.
Clock is now running. Cade Campbell back in the shotgun. Here is Cade. Going to send Cruz in motion. The snap. Cade around the outside, breaks up the middle, gets about 4 or 5.
Yep. Breaks through 2, gain of 4 or 5. That'll bring up 2nd down. It'll be 2nd down, 20 to go. Ball will be on the 15.
Here is Cade to the 15, breaks the tackle, and then is dropped. So Western's defense has really picked it up here.
Yeah, they have really came up strong because, you know, you can definitely see they do not want to give another Indian touchdown. Be 3rd down, 20 to go. Ball will still be on the 15.
14-7. .220, Cruz at the quarterback position. 3rd down and 20. Here comes the snap. Cruz looking, rolls out, now looks down the field, going to keep it, and then be sacked in the backfield. Andrew Cruz will go down. Timeout Western. So 14-7 Indians with the lead, 2:04 left to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back. This is Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network. Welcome back to Mississinewa High School. 2:04.
Fourth down, 20 to go. Ball will still be on the 15. Indians lead 14-7.
A bad snap over Saladay's head. And it's going to be a safety.
Yep.
14-9. That's not good.
No, it is not, especially to have Western score on that type of occasion. That is not good for the Indians.
.158. And now it's 14-9, and Western's going to get the ball. So now Mississinewa going to have to punt the ball to Western. And Ryan, Heisman Skeen, stands.
Yeah, he's on the sideline, but he is wrapped in ice. 1 minute and 58 seconds to play. That'll be a first down and 10 to go. Ball will be on the 20.
Very, very disappointing for Indian fans to see Heisman Skeen sidelined. Now the Indians to kick it off. And the kick. A beautiful kick from Saladay. This is Coleman. He will be brought down. Not quite sure who it was.
Tell you what, with 1 minute and 52 seconds left to play, the Panthers have gained momentum. And let's see what Ole Miss can do here.
1:52 left to go in the first half. Right now the Indians defense just got to step up.
Yeah, even though you have Skeens out, you still have to get that momentum and keep going, and most importantly, keep pushing.
Here we go. In motion. Here's Gifford. Around the outside. Going to break a tackle, cut back in, and then be swallowed up by number 25, Jesse Plummer. And I believe Tobias Mead in there as well. So big stop for Ole Miss.
That'll be second down, 10 to go. Ball will be on the 46.
This is Coleman is going to keep it. Almost knocked down in the backfield. Around the outside he goes. Western driving down the field, and bad news bears it is right now for Ole Miss.
Yeah, they got I wouldn't say easy, but an easier run down the sideline with 1 minute and 17 seconds to play in the second quarter.
Things have gotten very sluggish here It seems like once Dave Calabro showed up, the Indians focused
I was about to say that.
to that instead of this game. But here we go anyway. Minute and 17. This is a pass, and it is going to be intercepted!
Intercepted by Mississinewa.
That was number 22, Drew Castanon, on the interception for the Indians. A minute and 10 to go in the first half, just when we said the momentum was going to Western. The Indians come right back. A big interception by Drew Castanon.
Yeah, the momentum changed and the energy changed, and the Indians said, well, we got to get a stop here, even though a minute 10 left to play. We got to get a stop here so we can take over.
So a minute and 10 to go. First half, 14-9. Indians deep in their own territory. Here is Cade Campbell, the snap. And he's going to be knocked down. Gain of about 1. $50 seconds and counting. Here we go. 39 seconds and counting. Down to 35. 10 seconds on the play clock. We're down to 32. Here is Campbell in the backfield. Cade sends Carson in motion. Handoff. Fakes the handoff now. Cade going to keep it up the middle. He goes. And a gain. 25. Out to the 25. A gain of 11 with 20.3 to go. It's a first down for Ole Miss.
A big run for the Indians to definitely get a first down. 18 seconds and counting left to play in the second quarter. 13 and counting.
One last play here. First half. Cade sending Carson. Fakes the handoff. Cade up the middle and brought down. So at the half, Mississinewa 14, Western 9. We'll be back to the second half in just a few moments.
of the IHSAA. Go mobile with your ticket and purchase ahead of time through TicketTap. TicketTap is available in your mobile app stores or online at tickettap.com. business system, saluting great athletes and even better students. Sports graphics, turning our creativity and experience into your results. Herb Jones, the official championship ring provider for the IHSAA. TicketTack, the online ticket provider. Indiana Careers and Construction Association, built to succeed. birthday is today. Happy birthday, and Troy Richards. Happy birthday.
Indians will kick it off to start the second half. Salday will kick it off. And an update on Mr. Calabro. He said, guys, I'm sorry, but I got a bolt to Tipton High School. So, again, we thank Dave Calabro for making an appearance at Fisher Field. The Indian fans went crazy, and he was greeted very, I don't know, what would you call that, Seth, by Indian fans, especially Seth Ramingue. He put on his special dance for Dave.
Here we go, second half underway. Western going to start the half with the football. 11:54, third quarter. .11:54, like I said, in here in the third quarter. Indians on defense, and right before that, end of the first half, we saw Western starting to get some momentum, but here we are in the second half. We hope that the Indians' defense has gotten figured out, which I'm sure Coach Funk has had a talk with him. Here we go. This is Engel. No, this was a direct snap to Kitchell, and he goes up the middle, gets about 5. So big gain there for Gifford. He got 4. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 32. Like we said, Heisman Skeens had an update on him, his knee. He's out for the rest of this game. We'll get you more information as we get it. Here is Gifford. Going to get the ball. Here he is. He's going to keep it. Go around the right side and be stopped. And who was that? I think Tobias Mead. We'll see who comes up out of there. It was number 43, Tobias Mead, on the stop. Big play there for the Indian linebacker, who is a senior. Tobias is a 6', 180-pound linebacker.
Third down, 1 to go. Ball's on the 36 with 10:44 left to play in the third quarter. Indians will try to make a jump on defense and will be brought down by a herd of Indians. Tell you what, Dalton, if the Indians get a stop here and get another touchdown there, basically they could be in cruise control from there.
Yeah, but like you said, you got to get a stop here.
Yes.
Most importantly, a stop here. Good to see former Indians back standing on the sideline.
Yes.
We got Cody Calgill, Brad Pavey, and I believe Nick Barrett.
And I did see Weston Lockwood. I don't know if he's still here, but I did see him. So yeah, another shout out to the alum as they came out to support the Indians.
Here's Kitchell Gifford. Gets the snap, going to roll out to the right, now cut back up the middle, and he's only going to get about 2 or 3. Maybe 2. We'll see if we can't get anything on the score update here. We will take a look and see if we've got any updates. At the half, Marion 14.
Fumble on the play, and Indians could be recovered.
It is 14-14, Pendleton Heights and Marion.
Ooh, Western barely recovered. That would have been a big play for the Indians.
Big shout out to Miss Kellogg watching from home. Brandon Hewitt, former Indian linebacker, tuned in as well. So special shout out to them. So it's a false start Western. Coach Funky and Coach Barnes on the Indian defense telling them, let's get a stop here now. It's 3rd and 17, Ryan. You don't get a stop here, then it is bad news.
Yeah, if we don't get a stop here, like you said, bad news bears, and the Panthers could take it in to the end zone, and hopefully they can get a stop here, take over on downs, and put something up early.
Triple receivers, 2 this side, 2 to the far. Here is
There will be
going to be a sack in the backfield, but there is a flag. That was Jet Engel, the quarterback. Ryan, want to give a special shout out to a lady who came to Mississinewa last year and really turned the girls basketball program around. And I can't wait to be calling girls basketball and see what this team's going to be capable of. Coach Miss Omega Tandy tuned in at home. We want to thank her for everything she's done since she's came to Mississinewa. A phenomenal coach, and best of luck to her and her basketball team as we get into the winter season.
Yeah, they started Monday, and it's exciting. You and I will be able to call basketball again together, and hopefully they can do great things this year.
This is Campbell, picks it up. He gets out to about the 49, maybe the 48. Fourth and 10.
Fourth and 10. 8 minutes and 27 seconds left to play.
Indians will get the ball now. First and 10, Cade Campbell, I believe, going to go back to the quarterback position unless they decide to pass, and we'll see Andrew Cruz.
Yes, Dalton, now the Indians have the ball. They need to have a touchdown, and like we said, they could be in cruise control from there.
Andrew Cruz, the quarterback here on first and 10. Ball on the 49. He's going to send Campbell in motion. Hands it off. Cade cuts inside of a block. Gets out across the 45. A gain of about 6.
Second down, 10 to go. Ball looks like
it's going to be second and 4, I believe.
Yes, second and 5. Second and 5. Ball will be on the 49.
Just got to get
44.
Got to get some yards here and there, and then try to work the ball down the field and get into the end zone. Cruz again on second and 5. This time, Cruz will send Cade in motion again. This time, the same play to the other side, but Cruz is going to keep it. And Cruz goes up the middle. Doesn't want to go down, but he is brought down. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down. He was brought down by number 43, Donovan Shepard, a 5'10 junior.
7 minutes and 32 seconds to play. See what the Indians can do here on third down.
Third down and 1. You know, Cruz is just probably going to keep it and go up the middle and try to get this first down. Here is the snap. Cruz fighting forward. He's got the first down and maybe has more. Cruz with about a 4 or 5 yard carry. It's a first down, Mississinewa. That was like a locomotive coming right down the main street of Gas City.
Yeah, like you said, he pushed through. He's so strong. He just pushed through there to get the Indians a first down and more. First down, 10 to go. Ball's on the 36. Cruz will send Campbell in motion. Takes it by himself, and he'll go up the middle and a gain of 1.
He might have got a few more there with this forward progress getting hit from behind. I think he might have got, 3 maybe. Let's see. It is. He did get 3. Second and 7. Yep. I'd like to see, unfortunately, Skeens is going to be out for this game, but I'd like to see the Indians try to maybe pass the ball.
Yeah, throw in a little.
The run game is working, but if you could get a big pass down the field to Castellan or somebody else that's open, that would really change the whole complexion of this game to open up a pass game too. That's where you kind of miss Cade McCoy.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it'd be nice to see a little bit of passing, change things up a little bit. Hands it off to Campbell. Campbell takes it in the inside, breaks through 2, and he'll be brought down.
He definitely got about 6, maybe 7 on that one. I think he might be a yard short. Let's take a look here.
It's first down, Indians. Again, that'll be a first down, Indians.
So it is a first down, 5:58 and counting.
Timeout, Western. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back with more of the third quarter. This timeout is brought to you by Cafe Valley. 3701 South Adams Street in Marion. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching Mississinewa Indians football live from Fisher Field.
IHSAA State Championship. The Indianapolis Colts are proud to be the presenting sponsor of the IHSAA Football State Tournament.
Welcome back to Fisher Field as we get the third quarter underway. 5 minutes and 51 seconds to play in the third quarter. Indians will have the first down, and let's see if they can get into the end zone and put them into cruise control.
This is Andrew Cruz. Sends Cade Campbell in motion. Now Cruz going to keep it, go up the middle. He's fighting. It takes about 6 or 7 Panthers to take down one of Andrew Cruz. Cruz is a force. .531.
Second down, 8 to go. Ball will be on the 23.
Don't forget, coming up tomorrow afternoon, the start of college basketball. The Indiana Wesleyan University men's basketball team will be at home at 3 p.m. Here is Cade Campbell in motion. Cruz going to hand it off to him. He cuts inside of a block, gets out to the 20, out across the 15, and brought down.
Breaks through 3, then was brought down, but Dalton again, another great run by the Indians.
That's what you need. You need some blocking up front and get the ball into Cade or Carson Campbell's hands and just let them go to work, because when they get the ball and they have some blockers, it's bad news for the other team. They're just so quick and so shifty.
And that'll be a first down for the Indians.
.113 yards on the ground for Cade Campbell, unofficially. 4:38.
Cruz will handle the ball.
To go here in the third. Now down to 4:30.
Cruz will look. He'll take it by himself. He'll break through 3. Yes, he will take it inside the 10-yard line for the Indians. Second down.
4:13 and counting in the third quarter. Indians just working the clock here.
Yeah, they're, I wouldn't say just using up the clock just a little bit.
Still a lot of game left.
Right.
But, you know, you got like you said, Ryan, you got to work the clock a little bit. Here is Cruz. He's going to look and get the snap. Here he is. He's going to keep it, go up the middle. Cruz breaks through.
He could get it through.
He's going to be
it looks like
down.
He'll be at the first and goal Indians. So if he did what he just did there, that'll be a touchdown for the Indians.
The Cruz chants come from the fan. It sounds like they're booing, but they're saying Cruz. So I believe, like you said, Ryan, a play here and you might get in the end zone. Just got to get, what is it, a yard? Yeah,
a
1 yard. Cruz lined up. They're going to get in behind him and probably shove him, and then it'd be a touchdown right here. So here's Cruz. Under the center, snap, goes up the middle. We'll wait on the signal. I think he's in.
Yeah, he's in. That'll be a touchdown, Indians!
Andrew Cruz into the end zone. Touchdown, Indians. He wasn't even knocked on the ground. He's standing up.
And as you hear Indians say, Cruz.
Now it's a 20-9 lead, 3:17 to go here.
Andre Saladay will kick it up for the Indians, held by Cruz.
3:17 remains in the third quarter. Indians with a probably going to be 21-9 lead, but I hope I don't jinx Saladay here. He's been perfect all night in attempt at number 3.
The kick is up, and it is good and right in Exide swimming pool. Andre Saladay will make it in. Indians up 21-9. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more Indian football action. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Welcome back to Charlie Fisher Field. Ryan, Mississinewa 21, Western 9. 3:17 left here in the third quarter, and right now the defense is really what's going to determine who wins this game, because offensively, the Indians are able to score, but defensively, still things a little bit shaky.
Yeah, the defense can do what the offense have done, and that is put more points on the board, but defense you just got to stop. That's as simple as that. Get good stops and get them on 4th down, and the Indians will take over on downs.
Solidated kick. This one will go to the 10 and bounce out of bounds, unfortunately. (21-9), 3:17 to go in the third quarter. Western will come out on offense. Again, want to thank all of you watching at home, tuned into tonight's game. If you haven't already, go ahead and give us a shout out on Twitter. Let us know you're watching at MHS Tribe TV or at Dalton Bishop 00.
Shout out to Kylie Elliott as she is watching at home.
At the halftime break, Marion 20, Pendleton Heights 14. Grant Schaus says he's enjoying a nice game between Mississinewa and Western.
As Brooks Holloway tweeted, this stream is beautiful. TribeTV, my dogs. So, Devin Dill shouted out, so awesome that I can get on and watch even when I can't make it the trip home.
So, shout out to former football player Devin Dill. Saw him break into the end zone a few times last season.
Just a couple times.
Here is a carry up the middle.
A carry up the middle will force 3rd down, 8 to go. Five to go. 2 minutes and 25 seconds to play in the third quarter. Ball will be on the 40-yard line.
21-9. Getting closer to 2 minutes remaining here in the third. Here's a reverse play. This is number 12, and he didn't go anywhere. That was Josh Coleman. He was knocked down in the backfield by guess who? Number 17, Kyler Funk. We said him and Tobias Mead would be the names we say here tonight.
Yeah, exactly what we've been talking about. The Indians need to get the stop, and don't look at the scoreboard and look what down it is. Be 4th down.
Here comes the punt. It's a line drive heading towards Campbell, and it will take a Panther bounce and fall at the 19. So that's where the Indians will take over on offense. With 21-9 with 1:33 left to go in the third, the Indians are back on offense here in the third quarter. And Ryan, I think you said it last possession, but I'm going to say it now. I think the Indians can get into the end zone and get a touchdown. This game may be all but over.
Yeah, if the Indians can get into the end zone for a touchdown, I mean, the game could be over with and in Mississinewa's hand. Let's see what they can do here on offense.
Take a look. The Indians would get the winner of Yorktown and Frankfurt.
Yep.
So we will not know that until the end of this evening, but we will try to get that posted on our social media as quickly as we can. Here's the handoff to Cade Campbell. He breaks around the outside, now cut back in, gets a block from Cruz, and now we'll go back to the far side. He's going to work, cut inside, and get out to about the 19. No, that's the 29, rather.
I tell you what, even here, it's a good way for the Indians to start off. 2nd down, 10 to go. Ball's on the 21. 1:11 left to play in the third quarter.
Former Indian basketball player Jared May tuned in, watching. Here is Cruz, and he's going to keep it up the middle. Cruz will get 2 or 3 before being knocked down. But, Ryan, we talked about Andrew Cruz, just a phenomenal football player. He's 6 foot, 205 pounds, only a junior. So we'll have him back for another year along with Cade Campbell and this Indians football team. Seems like they might be losing talent, but at the same time, you're not really losing a whole lot because you got Cade Campbell. You're going to have Carson in his second
that's what I was about to
season.
say. You have the Carson returning 22 seconds and counting in the third quarter.
Cruz under the center. going to keep it and drive up the middle. I think he got about 4 or 5. It's going to be a first down, Indians there on that one. So Andrew Cruz again will take it up the middle, get a first down with 14 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And I think that'll probably do it here in the third unless there's a timeout for some reason. But nope. Coach Funk and the team will hold up the number 4s. That will do it here in the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter, the Mississinewa Indians 21, the Western Panthers 9 as the Indian fans rise to their feet and cheer for the Indians.
Yes, the Indian fans are excited. The Indians are up big 21-9 heading into the final and fourth quarter. Real quick shout out to Brianna. She says, watching my little bro play football, staying home and being warm in bed in Fort Wayne. Thanks, TribeTV. Go, Nathan Earl.
So that will do it here for us here in the third quarter. We'll come back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Welcome back to Charlie Fisher Field. The fourth quarter is just getting underway. Indians lead 21-9 over Western.
They do have the ball. It is 1st and 10 on their own 32. Cade Campbell goes in motion across the far side. It's a bad snap. It goes off at Campbell. There's a fumble on the play, and I think Western might have it. We will wait, but I do think Western might have got on to that one.
Indians recover for second down.
Jason Arbogast fell on the ball, thank goodness, or that would have been bad news for Ole Miss.
Yeah, that would have been extremely bad. 1, because it could be a touchdown for Western, and 2, to slow down the Indians' momentum. Cruz sends Campbell in motion, fakes it, now passes it to Campbell. It'll be caught, and he'll break through 1, and he'll be brought down.
A beautiful play by Andrew Cruz. Fakes like he's going to run it.
Right.
Campbell rolls out to the right. Cruz on the run, tosses it, little floater. Campbell catches it, makes a move, and gets the first down.
That'll be a first down for the Indians.
Indians marching down the field. Going to take some more time off the clock. The more time the Indians can run off the clock, and if they can get a score here, they are one step closer to moving on to that second round. And if the Indians do move on to the second round, we will have that coverage for you.
Yes, we will.
Whether it's here or wherever it's at, we will have that coverage for you. Campbell in motion. Here's Cruz. Now he will keep it. He goes up the middle, breaks out, gets about 5.
Yeah, he breaks through 2, and he'll be brought down. Exactly what you said. It looks like he will have 5.
I think it's pretty cool how the fans chant, or all at the same time. The Cruz, kind of like when the Cincinnati Reds played and Jay Bruce was in the right fielder, he would bat and they'd all go Bruce.
Yep.
That's just something I think is really cool that the fans do for Cruz to get him some motivation there. 2nd and 5, ball on the 47 on the Indian side of the field. 10:26 left, 10:22 and counting now. Had a glitch there with the scoreboard. Campbell in motion. Cruz hands it off to Cade. Cade gets out and will be dropped. Guess who was there to meet him? Number 1, Evan Shaw, a 5'9", 190-pound senior. He just wrapped him up and threw him right to the ground.
Be third down, 5 to go. Ball will be on the 47.
Cade Campbell, 21 carries for 119 yards unofficially here tonight. That is unofficially. That is not official yet. Cruz. Campbell in motion. Cruz hands it off to Cade. Gets that across the 50 and be brought down. I think he might have got the first there.
Breaks through 1, and let's see what they have on it. Looks like a first down to me.
Maybe a half a yard short.
A yard short, yeah, a yard.
Maybe a half a yard. I mean, from here, if you just look at the ball, it's really, really, really close. But Cruz is going to go up underneath the center, and I'm sure they're going to do the same thing they've did in the past.
Push
Yep,
him
there
through.
goes
Yep, that'll
forward.
be a first down, maybe a flag. I can't tell.
Yeah, and I think it might have been for a late hit because once he was down, one of their players, I think he was number, I'm going to say 65, I think it was.
Face mask.
Peyton Stroud, he came right in there, hit
Yep.
Cruz right on face
Yeah,
mask.
face mask.
I knew exactly.
And that'll be an Indian first down.
First down, and then another 15 yards from the spot. So
And I tell you, on getting that extra 15 first down, that really gives the Indians a lot of opportunity to take it into the end zone.
So now it's 1st and 10, Indians in Panther territory on the 49. This will be Andrew Cruz. We've seen him at the quarterback position now for this whole second half as Heisman Skeens is injured with we're not quite sure, but it's his right knee as he stands on the sideline. Here's a handoff to
Cruz
Cade.
hands it off to Campbell. Campbell will break through one, and he'll be brought down.
Number 70 for the Indians, Lucas Asbury out to block, a 6'1", 220-pound freshman. Outstanding job blocking there. Want to give a shout out to Alec Daly, watching from Cincinnati, Ohio. Alec Daly, a class of 2002. He says, "Go Indians." Thank you for your support. Here's Andrew Cruz in the shotgun. Sends Cade Campbell in motion. Now Cruz will keep it, go up the middle, gain about 2, and then be brought down by number 31, Noah Panel. He is a 6-foot junior, 185 pounds. Ryan, I will say one thing about the Western Panthers. No matter what's going on right now,
Yep.
whether the Indians are marching or not, the Western Panthers have not given up, and they've played hard since the start of this game.
Oh, no doubt about that. You can tell, really, even though Indians started off with a
I think it was,
19-second touchdown.
19 seconds into the game, they get a touchdown, and Western
Panthers
battles
never
back.
gave up from there. Yeah, even though Indians got a touchdown, they said, "Well, this is not going to let us just quit." They kept on going, and they're definitely pushing.
Campbell gets the first down there. It's a first down for the Indians. It's going to be 1st and 10, and they continue to march into Panther territory as we're down to 7 minutes, 24 seconds. The Indians probably have this one in the books. Still 7 minutes left, but here is a timeout, and the Indian fans rise up to their feet. 7:19 to go in the ball game. Mississinewa 21, Western 9. We'll take a 30-second timeout and come back with more action from Fisher Field. This is Mississinewa Indians football on the Tribe Sports Network.
Welcome back to the beautiful Charlie Fisher Field, and Dalton, one big stat for Western is they are running the ball a lot.
Yeah, Western, and we knew at the looking at their stats that they were going to run the ball. They don't pass a whole lot, but yeah, we knew they was going to run the ball. But we thought Mississinewa might be able to pass, on this Western defense. But the injury to Heisman Skeens has havoc to that. But Andrew Cruz has done a phenomenal job at the quarterback position.
Oh, he has, and especially not playing at the QB position in a game this year, he's done an outstanding job.
Here's
Cruz. On first down, 10 to go, ball will be on the 29. Cruz will break through one and hop over one.
Cruz is leaving it all out on the field right now. Castanon moved over on the far side,
Yep.
and that's why the fans were upset. But the thing is, he never came off the line of scrimmage. He just fell to his side.
Yeah,
If
he kind of dropped. He kind of dropped back.
If he would have went past the line of scrimmage, then that's when it's a penalty.
Yep.
$6:50 and counting. Indians just milking the clock. Cruz in the backfield once again. He's going to send Campbell again in motion. Cade will take it up the middle.
Campbell will break through one, and he'll be out, and that'll be an Indian. That'll be an Indian touchdown. Again, touchdown Indians, and this touchdown is brought to you by Miller's American Auto Body. 3233 Southwestern Avenue in Marion. Again, a big Indian touchdown by Cade Campbell.
So Campbell takes it the distance, goes into the end zone. And Ryan, the Indians will go up. If Soliday connects on this PAT, the Indians will go up 28-9.
Yep.
And that will just about do it with only 6:35 left in this game.
Soliday will line it up. Cruz will hold it. Cruz calls it, and it's up and good. Well,
the officials aren't even sure if it went through, but I'm telling you right now, I can see it from where we're sitting. That was right down the center, but
if they
more practice for Soliday.
Penalty against Western. I was about to say we can bring it back instant replay.
I was going to say I don't know. I
didn't know
what it was. I didn't see a flag.
Yeah, exactly.
It was prior to the kick. So now Soliday will try it again, but I'm going to almost guarantee you he's going to knock it down because it's like watching Adam Vinatieri kick field goals for the Indianapolis Colts. He just don't miss.
Cruz will hold it again for Soliday.
27-9. If this one goes through, it would be 28-9 with 6:35 left in the game.
Cruz calls for it. He puts it down, and Soliday's is up and good. Indians 28, Panthers 9. 6:35 left to play in the final and fourth quarter here at Fisher Field.
Cade Campbell has been the killer to the Western Panthers for now the last 2 years.
Yep.
A big interception to seal the deal and win a sectional championship, and now a touchdown that pretty much buries Western here tonight. Game's never over, but 6:35 left in the game, and it's a 3-score game. More than likely, it's not going to happen for Western.
No. 6:35 again left to play in the fourth quarter, and it'll be a first down, and they'll take over.
Indians are just a very good football team, and, we've been keeping an eye on the Marion Pendleton Heights score last that we knew. Marion was up 21-14 at the halftime break, score courtesy of Tom Labar. We cannot thank him enough. We'll see if we can get another score on the Marion Giants.
7 minutes ago, touchdown. J.K. goes 64 yards, Giants 27, Pendleton Heights 14.
So Marion leads Pendleton Heights 27-14. Thank you, Ryan.
Anytime. The kick from Soliday.
It was an onside kick.
It is onside kick, and Indians will take it over.
It was not really an onside kick. It was just a kick that he kicked way up in the air. It bounced. John Hall smacks it down, and guess who was there to fall on top of it? Bryce Ludke would fall on top of the ball, and that just about buries the Western Panthers this season. I'm going to tell you what, Ryan Scott, unless something crazy happens here, the Indians will go on to the second round.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. If even they have a three touchdown lead, it'll be even better if they get this touchdown and let the 6 minutes play out, and they'll be moving to the second round of Sectional 21.
A beautiful kick by Andre Soliday. What a kick. Campbell in motion again. Here's the handoff. He just fell down. The dew coming out of the air just from the cold air, and Campbell just slipped and fell. But nonetheless, Ryan, things so interesting here tonight. Just something you wouldn't expect. I'm sure Western wasn't expecting that. Soliday kicks the ball probably, 30 foot in the air, and it just drops and bounces, and John Hall knocks it down. Bryce Ludke there to recover.
Yeah, a good recover on Ludke because he's got to be aware of the situation, and that's what he did.
We saw a play like that when the Indians played Logansport in the first round 2 years ago. Heisman Skeens kicked it, and the ball just stopped. It hit the ground and stopped. The Indians recovered it. Campbell
will break through 2, and he'll be brought down. I tell you what, I thought he was gone.
Campbell gets to the 20. I'd like to see, if it comes to fourth down, I'd like to see Andre Soliday get a chance at a field goal here.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
3rd and 5. The Indians will probably get this first down, but you still got to get 5 yards, and if not, you'd love to see, like I said, Soliday try to kick one. Almost hit about a 55-yarder last weekend.
Year, yeah, that would have been amazing if he would have had that last week. 3rd down, 5 to go, ball on the 19. Cruz will try to take it up the middle and be brought down.
It is 4th down, and let's see maybe Mr. Soliday try to kick one. But I think Coach Funk's just going to try to go for it, try to get the first down and just run the clock out, not give Western a chance at all. It's 4th and 5. They're on Western side of the field.
I don't know, Dalton.
Indians just going to run the clock, it looks like, and then they'll probably call timeout. And then Soliday will probably kick the PAT, or the field goal, rather. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to let the clock run down to 1 second on the play clock and call a timeout. And there's the timeout. 4:16 left to go in the 4th quarter, and a field goal will probably be on its way from Andre Soliday. But nonetheless, a 28-9 lead for Ole Miss with 4:16 left to go in the game. We'll step aside for 30 seconds and come back and bring you the rest of this coverage. This is Mississinewa Indians football live from Fisher Field in Gas City.
Welcome back to Fisher Field. As looks like
they're going to try to bring maybe the offense back onto the field and
maybe try to
jump, make them jump off sides. And if not, they might be just trying to go get the first down. But I thought maybe if Soliday could kick a field goal, it would be about a 35-yarder. I think Soliday could knock that down. But anyway, nonetheless, here we go.
Cruz will send Campbell in motion, fakes it to Campbell. He will throw it to Castanon, and it pass intended to Castanon, and there'll be a flag on the play. And you can see Mr. Resch down there trying to pull out his flag out of his belt.
Yeah, but nonetheless, it is a flag, and it's a first down Indians. A 15-yard penalty. So that, Ryan, 4 minutes to go in this game, and the Indians are right there in Panther territory, about to, in the red zone. This game, like I said, is all but over.
Yeah, it is. 4:11 left, first down, 9 to go. Ball on the 9. Indians will take it from here.
So we do know one thing. We will have the broadcast for you next Friday, same time. We don't know if it'll be in the same place. I do believe it will be played here at Mississinewa between the winner of Yorktown and Frankfort.
Cruz on the QB keeper.
3:55 and counting. This game about over. The Panthers are silenced, and the Indians are
loud.
Are just awaiting this game to close to an end.
Tell you, Dalton, this is how we ended the game last year on our feet.
Score update from our producer, Brooks Holloway. Marion 27, Pendleton Heights 21.
Shout out to Brooks Holloway. Very nice job, sir.
Not sure if that's a final, but that is the score. Here's Campbell.
Campbell will take it in, and that'll be a touchdown, Indians.
Cade Campbell will break it into the end zone. A touchdown, Mississinewa. 34-9, 3:21 to go in the game.
I tell you what, Dalton, Indians have it in the bag.
A PAT here,
and the
Western
cannon
will
will
get
blow.
the ball, and that game is, like I said, it's about over.
Soliday will kick it up. Cruz will hold it.
Ryan, the Indians will get Yorktown next week. They're
Awesome.
Yorktown 47.
Soliday is up and good. Go ahead, Dalton.
Yorktown in the third quarter 47. Frankfurt 0.
So it looks like it would be played here.
I do believe
I
it
think
will. I'm not.
Yorktown's 4 and
I don't think it goes off records. It just
Okay.
goes by the way it sets up, but I do believe it's going to be played here in Gas City because the Indians will be the second team listed. Yorktown at Mississinewa. And then if the Indians are able to make it to the championship, it would be the winner of the Pendleton Heights Marion game and the winner of the Delta Lebanon game. The winner of that second round game would be the winner of the second round game next week between Mississinewa and Yorktown. End of the third, 27-21, Marion leads Pendleton Heights. The winner of that game will get the winner of Delta and Lebanon.
3 minutes and 21 seconds to go here at Fisher Field. Indians 35, Panthers 9. Soliday will kick it up. It'll be high and short.
Tried it again there that time, but guess what? A bunch of Indians there to get a tackle. That was number 3, Gage Peterson, on the stop for the Indians. Gage Peterson and, I believe, number 85, Eli Felver. .317 in the ball game. It's 35-9. Western snap. Jet back to pass, will throw.
Be incomplete.
Pass was intended for number 7, Braden Bryant. That was Jet Engel.
A score update from Mr. Brooks Holloway. 28-7 Delta at the end of the third over Lebanon.
So it looks like it would be right now Delta going on to the second game. We're not quite sure about Pendleton Heights and Marion, but we do know next week it will be the Indians in Yorktown. A week from tonight. Engel out, rolling out. Cruz chasing him down, and Engel will run out of bounds. Stops the clock. But here is what we know. 1 week from tonight, Ryan, me and you will have the opportunity to call another second-round game. It will be the Mississinewa Indians taking on the Yorktown Tigers, and I believe
it'll be a fun
that
one.
game will be here at Fisher Field. It'll be another fun game for us. Stay tuned to social media. We will give you updates throughout the week on what our plan is and what's going on. First down run.
Looks like a first down for Western. Jesse Plummer on the stop for the Indians. CT Downham checks in for Mississinewa. Western will look, and he'll be sacked in the backfield.
The fumble, and the Indians have got it. Number 24, Seth Kishonik, has fell on the ball.
Yep. A good recover by Seth Kishonik on the recover.
28-7 Delta at the end of the third over Lebanon. It was Seth Kishonik on the fumble recovery. How about that? A touchdown, Pendleton Heights. It's now 28-7. Pendleton Heights over Marion. Late in the fourth quarter.
Close one.
Marion and Pendleton Heights battling out at the Dick Luton Stadium in Marion. A heck of a game going on there. Nonetheless, here the Indians will take, I believe, a knee, or they're going to hand it off here. This is Cruz going to hand it off.
And there'll be a flag.
I believe that's Gage Peterson. No, that was Campbell. Saw 3. I didn't see the 5. It's a
False start against the Indians.
Down to 2:36 left. Well, Ryan, me and you next week.
That's all. Yeah. Let's make it 2 for 2.
Be nice to make it 2 for 2, and maybe we can make it to the sectional championship. And like I told Cade Campbell earlier when I had a chance to interview him, let's go for 2 in a row.
Let's do it.
Nonetheless, we got to finish this one out here. 35-9, 2:30 left in the game. Indians getting some of the younger players, the backup kids, the kids who make it all possible for the varsity kids to practice every day, getting them some reps in this game, getting them some experience at the varsity level and in the tournament. Here's Cruz. He will keep it and go up the middle. And gets about 6 or 7.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a...
How about Jason Arbogast out there blocking? Arbogast is a 6'1", 285-pound junior. So good block there from Arbogast.
3rd down, 10 to go. 1 minute and 59 seconds and counting here at Fisher Field for the first round of Sectional 21.
Don't forget, broadcast will be at 6:15 next Friday. Have some more of Meet the Indians.
Yes, we will.
And sit down and talk to Coach Funk and the coach of Yorktown. Get you all the information you need to know to get you ready for next week. Cruz going to keep it. And I think got the first down. We're down to 1 minute and 20. So, Ryan, I'll let you bring this one home, and it's been fun here tonight.
1 minute and 16 seconds here to play. Indians 35, Panthers 9. 4th down and 4 to go. Ball will be on the 35. And tune in Monday. Tune in Monday around 2:30, and we will have the story of tonight's game. "43 seconds and counting left to play here at Fisher Field." Indians will take it up. And Cruz on the carry, and that'll be a first down, Indians. "30 seconds and counting. "20 seconds. Indians will move on to the second round of Sectional 21. The final here at Fisher Field, Indians 35, Panthers 9. And the Indians will move on to the second round of Sectional 21. For myself, Dalton Bishop, the TribeTV members, and Burks Holloway, have a pleasant evening and good night.